So as usual, we will chant Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. This prayer, then I will try to speak. Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava. Please chant louder. Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha. Louder. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamunatira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava. Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamunatira Banachari Jamunatira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari श्री श्री रुक्मिणी द्वारकाधीश की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री निताई गौर सुंदर की, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि। वंदे गुरून् ईश भक्तान् ईशम् ईशावतारकान् तत्प्रकाशांश्च तत्शक्ति कृष्ण चैतन्य संज्ञकम् नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महवदन्याय Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratushe Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Welcome everyone to this Sunday feast program. So as usual, today also we are going to speak by referring to Upanishad, Srimad Bhagavad Gita and other Vedic literature to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, is a person. Many times we have seen when we go to different religious discourses held by different religious organizations, they introduce the concept of God in different way. According to some, their understanding is God is formless. He doesn't have a form. And some yogis who meditate on the Supreme Lord through the practice of Ashtanga Yoga, they see Him, they realize Him as Paramatma, and the super soul residing in the heart of every living entities. And then those who come from the Bhakti school, they understand the Supreme Lord is a person. So those who realize the Lord as formless, what is that understanding? And those who understand Krishna, the Supreme Lord, as Bhagavan, what is that understanding? We need to get clarity, and then we will be able to take the full benefit of we being involved in some spiritual practices. So, in Upanishad, there is a statement, first of all, whatever we say, we should speak by giving support from the Vedic literature. Like we say, when in the court, two lawyers are, giving their opinions. So their opinions will not be taken into account by the judge unless they provide some evidence. Oh, on such and such date, such and such thing happened, on the basis of which this is what I would like to present my dear honorable judge. And then their statement is taken into account. Similarly, when we present something about God, it should not be whimsical, that somebody is making some conception in his mind and presenting it to the audience, and audience must accept it. No, it should not be done on the basis of mental concoction. Rather, whatever we say must be supported by Upanishad, Veda, then we say, yes, this is acceptable. So, here I would begin with a statement from Upanishad which speaks about Atma va idam agra asit purusha vida. So this word purusha vida refers to he is a person. That means he is actually a human being. Like when you come to our temple, you see we have Gaurnitai. They are standing, they have two legs, two hands. Rukmini Dwarkadhis, they also have two hands, two legs. They are person. They have a human form. It's not that God, as some says, he doesn't have a form. We cannot relate to him. It's beyond our prayer. So some confused way of understanding. Then if you ask the question, so what? If some people, they say, yes, Upanishad says that God is formless. Yes, we know, there is a statement in Upanishad. Jad Advaita Brahma Upanishadi Tad Api Asya Tanubha. Those who are the follower of Bhakti school, they have clear understanding about who God is and how he is represented in Upanishad as formless. So here it is said, Jad Advaita Brahma Upanishadi. These Upanishads, they describe the Supreme Lord as Brahman. What is that Brahman? Some says that is just a light, right? Okay, what is the source of that light? Yeah? If you go somewhere, like we are burning the lamp here, right? We have the connection, the source is substation from where the power is coming and we are lighting the bulb. So every illumination has a source, right? If you go to the substation, you will see there is a transformer, there are some people working behind it. I mean to say there is some form you can see. So similarly, when we say the Supreme Lord is formless, he is realized in form of a light, he doesn't have any form. No, there is no basis to such statements. Because it says, Tad api asya tanubha. This light, the Brahma, which is realized as the impersonal feature of the Supreme, it is coming from his body. That is his bodily effulgence. When we say bodily effulgence, it refers to a form. He has a form. So this light which is emanating from him, his body, he is a person. Therefore, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Brahmano hi pratisthaham. I am the basis of this impersonal Brahman. Means it's coming from him. And so in that way we understand, there is another statement in Narayana Upanishad, it says, Brahmanyo Devaki Putra. See, very clearly explained here, who is the son of Devaki. Some people who does not have understanding from the Upanishads, they sometimes go mad at, oh, why you people worship Krishna? He was in Vrindavan, he did this, he did that. Oh, you can just refer to only all these aspects of Krishna, but you don't know who he is. Brahmana Devaki Putra. The son of Devaki is the Brahman, Param Brahman, the supreme person. He's a person. He is a person. Like you are a person, you would always like to be in a society, in a community, right? Is there anyone here going to live in a jungle where there is no human being? You are sent to a place where you are alone on your own. You don't like. You want to be in a community. You want to be in a society. You want to interact with people. You have different relationship with different kind of people, right? Some of them, you accept them as your friend. Some they serve you. Some are your parents. Some are your lover, right? So in that way, he's a person. He also interacts with us, with his devotees. In this way, some are his friend, some are his servant, his parents. He is associated in conjugal love with some of his devotees. So in that way, he is a person And he always likes to have these sweet exchanges between his devotees. Very interesting. Like we say, Krishna. Who is Krishna first of all? Krishna is very kind person. He is very kind person. Like how he is very kind person. He says in Bhagavad Gita, Samaham sarva bhutesu na me desvasti na priya. Then he says, Je bhajanti tumam bhaktya mai te te suchapyam. That is Krishna. We need to understand him. Samaham sarva bhutesu. I am equal to everyone. How? In general, like you see, we are here, not necessarily everybody is accepting him as God, but do you think he is supplying oxygen to the nose of one who is not serving him as God or not? Is he supplying sunlight to his courtyard or not? Yes, he is equal. The devotee courtyard is lighted by sunlight, a devotee is also getting oxygen, and non-devotee is also getting oxygen, his courtyard is lighted with sunlight. So in that way, he is samaham sarva bhutes, he is equal to everyone. But then he said, Je bhajanti tumam bhaktya maite te suchapyam. He is very, very specially inclined to his devotees. You can't find fault with him. That's a good quality in him. Just see, he is very, very kind to his devotee. We will narrate one story from Srimad Bhagavat, from Mahabharata, to explain how kind Lord Krishna is towards his devotee. Then we should decide whether I should become his devotee or not. Just imagine. So we know Arjuna and Krishna, right? They are friends. They are connected to each other in friendship. So when Kurukshetra war was settled, okay, now there is going to fight between Pandavas and Kauravas. So then one day Balram came to see Krishna. Balram Purnima is coming very soon. So you should know who is Balram. So Balram, he came to see Krishna. He said, Krishna, this is a family war. Fighting happening between the relatives. And we are connected with them. Then Krishna said, so what do you suggest? What do you say? He said, my dear brother, we should not get involved in such kind of fighting. Then Krishna said, so what do you want to do? He said, let's go for pilgrimage. Duryodhan was a disciple of Balram. His disciple is in danger now, right? And Arjuna is very closely connected with Krishna. One guru is saying, well, this is a fight, whatever happens, let's go for pilgrimage. What did Krishna said? Krishna said, Dauji, my dear brother, I cannot leave Arjuna in such a dangerous situation. Wow, you see? Krishna's love for his devotees. He said, no, I will not leave Krishna. I can't go on pilgrimage. Balaram said, okay, whatever you decide, you do. I am going. Balaram left alone. Okay? And you see, Krishna said, I don't want to leave Arjuna in such a precarious condition. And what happened? After a few days, just before Kurukshetra battle was supposed to begin, one day, Duryodhan came to see Krishna, and Arjuna also came to see Krishna on the same day. They actually came to take support from Krishna in the battle. So when Duryodhan arrived, Krishna was taking rest. So he directly entered into the room where Krishna was sleeping. So he sat on his head, there was a chair, he just sat on the chair. And he was waiting when Krishna is going to wake up, then he will talk to him. In the meantime, Arjuna also came. And Arjuna stood near his feet. And he was looking at Krishna's beauty, how beautiful Krishna is. Then after some time, Krishna woke up from the sleep. Then as he first woke up, he saw, oh, Arjuna, you are here? He said, yes, I am here. Then Krishna pretended as if he has not seen Duryodhana sitting. Then, oh, Krishna, Arjuna, please come, sit. Then, Krishna sat down and made Arjuna sit on the left-hand side. Then Duryodhana started saying, oh, I am also here. Then, okay, oh, you are here. Okay, come. So then, Krishna is sitting in the middle, Arjuna in one side, and Duryodhana in another side. So then Krishna asked to Arjuna, he said, Arjuna, why are you here? He said, now battle going to start. My brother Yudhishthir Maharaj, he said, Maharaj has sent me to take support from you. We are here to take your help. Then Krishna turned to Duryodhana, he said, Duryodhana, why are you here? He said, yes, I have also come with the same reason that I need your help. Then Krishna said, all right, so both of you want my help. Now, you should know, I will be on one side and I will have my soldiers, Narayani Sena, in other side. But I am not going to take up any weapon in the battle. Whichever side I am going to be, but I will not take up any weapon. So now you decide who is going to take who. One side me without any weapon, and another side my soldiers. Soldier means they will have weapons. Okay? That means Krishna is saying, I am not going to fight. Whichever side I am going to be, I am not going to fight, and my soldiers will be on the other side. Now you can decide who you want to take. Then Krishna said, Arjuna should be given first preference. Why? Arjuna is junior to you, Duryodhana. So in that way, juniors should be given first opportunity. And also when I woke up, I first saw Arjuna. So in that way, Arjuna should be given first preference. Oh, Duryodhana is thinking, oh my God, he started scratching his head. Maybe, if Arjuna starts taking the Hermes, I don't know what I will do. But Duryodhana had no choice, so he just waited. And Krishna said, Arjuna, it's your turn. Now you can ask. Arjuna said, I want you. And Duryodhana became very happy because that's what he wanted. He said, all right, please order your soldiers. Krishna said, all right, send my soldiers with Duryodhana. Duryodhana was very happy, he left. And Arjuna was still sitting there. Then this time, you see how intimately Krishna started speaking to Arjuna. He said, Arjuna, do you have brain? Is your brain functioning well? He said, what happened? Why are you speaking to me like this? He said, no, I'm serious. He said, Arjuna said, yes, I'm also serious. He said, I gave you first opportunity and you choose me. I told you clearly, I am not going to take off any weapon, means I am not going to fight. And I told, I have my Sena, my soldiers, I can give, they can fight. Still you choose me, not my soldiers? You are crazy. So what is your desire? He said, no, you should be there by my side. I am happy. You there be with me. Krishna said, what do you want me to do? Arjuna said, my dear friend, you can drive my chariot? Krishna said, oh yes, I can drive your chariot. Just imagine. Not only Krishna agreed to become the chariot driver of Arjuna, that day Krishna took the charge of Arjuna. Means whatever. What is the duty of a charioteer? The duty of a charioteer is he going to drive the chariot so skillfully that the charioteer is protected. And the way he is going to drive the chariot, he has to ensure that my charioteer wins the battle. So, Arjuna, he gave his life in Krishna's hand. If as a charioteer he doesn't drive the chariot well, then he may leave his body. He may lose the battle, right? And you see, Krishna, when he agreed to become the chariot driver of Arjuna, wow, what did he do? We all remember. I am just explaining. You see, Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal. He is very dear, he is very protective of his devotees. Today, Arjuna was fighting with Bhishmadev. You know this story. Bhishmadev was not actually fighting strongly against the Pandavas. Because whenever he came before Arjuna or any Pandava, he would just not take another turn. And this was noticed by Duryodhana. Duryodhana one day, after 10th day, he came to see Bhishmadev. He said, Pitamaha, I took this challenge because you are there by my side. And I have been noticing, whenever you come before Arjuna, you are taking a side track. This is fighting field, this is battlefield. You are not supposed to be behaving like this. And he goes to an extent, he said, Pitamaha, you are eating my grain, and still you are favoring Arjuna. I cannot tolerate this. Can you imagine a Kshatriya putting such a challenge to a Kshatriya like Bhishmadev? Oh, Bhishmadev said, Duryodhana, stop talking. What are you talking here? He said, I'm not fighting? Okay, you see, tomorrow. Either Arjuna will be dead or Krishna has to break his promise. Bhishmadev took this vow. He was very angry. And he fought very violently next day. When he came to the battle, Bhishmadev was shooting arrow at Arjuna in such a way that Arjuna did not have opportunity to counter-attack. He was just, cutting the arrows shot by Bhishmadev to him. The whole sky was filled with arrows. And Arjuna started to sweat. That's the only day in the battle Arjuna started sweating. And Krishna could see Arjuna is in a very dangerous situation. And once there was a little, Bhishmadev stopped a bit actually. Less arrow was coming. And Arjuna, he just, he stood and then he started to wipe the sweat from his head. At that time, Krishna looked at Arjuna. Oh, Arjuna is in danger. Krishna jumped off the chariot and he took up the wheel of a chariot and he was rushing towards Bhishmadev to kill him. And Bhishmadev at that time, he left his bow and arrow and he said, okay, Krishna, please come, you are most welcome to kill me now. That's what I was waiting for. Now you see, in this incident, Krishna decided, he actually promised that I am not going to take off any weapon. Why did he take up weapon? He wanted to prove that even the whole world is going to condemn me, but I want to ensure that my devotees are glorified. How? By taking up weapon, he made Bhishma's promise intact. Okay, Bhishma wanted me to take up the weapon for my devotee, Arjuna. Just imagine, Arjuna was protected. Bhishmadev's word was also given high respect. Krishna, he always takes care of his devotee. He always protects his devotees. Not only in this field, you can see, actually sometimes in our Hindu society or even any society in the world, people take up religious principle. They practice some rituals which is called dharmic activities because they want something from the Lord. Actually, Lord is not very much happy when you just go to him, ask something, he will give you. Of course He is giving, He will give you also. But Lord is very, very happy to see you agree to develop some intimate connection with Him. That's how you can see not only Lord resides in the temple. For example, now Lord is in the temple. How many of us get opportunity to come and do some intimate service to Him? Like you all are sitting here. How many of are allowed to go into the altar to garland Him? To give a flower to Him in His hand? Can you? Can you give? No. When you are intimately connected with your friend, you get a flower, you offer to him, he will take it, right? So you want to have intimate connection with him. Can you go to the altar and offer a flower to him? No, even if you bring a flower, you have to keep there, then Pujari will come, they will offer it to the Lord. But you see, Krishna is so kind. He has introduced many festivals where He gives opportunity to all of us who are even unqualified to go and greet Him in His temple, in His altar. Therefore, He comes out of the altar and gives us opportunity to serve Him. Just like now, today we have started Jhulan Jatra. You know Jhulan Jatra? Every year you have been coming here, you know, Lord is coming. They will be placed in a swing, then you are given opportunity to swing, push the swing, and you can also offer a flower to him, right? This is one opportunity. Like we begin from Dol Jatra. Dol Jatra is, holy festival, right? He is coming out with the devotees, he is playing with the colors, right? Dol festival. He is coming out of his altar and he is giving us opportunity to bathe him. Snan Jatra festival. Have you participated in Snan Jatra festival? Yes. So you can bathe him, right? With coming out on chariot. In Puri, in Puri, when Jagannath comes out from Sri Mandir and he is riding on the chariot, you are allowed to climb up the chariot and embrace him, hug him. But if you go when he is in the temple, do you think they will allow you to go and hug Jagannath? Oh, very difficult. You can go. You want to give him flower? Can you give him? No, you can't give him. He comes out. Okay? Chandan Jatra festival. He comes out. He is going onto Narendra Sarovar. Madan Mahan. In every ISKCON temple, we also perform the Salil Bihar festival. When the devotees are carrying the Lord in palanquin, he is going to the pond. Many people, they come, they touch the lotus feet, they offer a flower. Puja, they say, okay, he is coming on his sweet wheel. Everybody can take the opportunity. Similarly now, as I mentioned, this is Jhulan Jatra festival. You see, he is supreme. At the same time, he is making himself available to us very close. Right? Just imagine that Supreme Lord who is not only thinking of Arjuna to become his chariot driver to protect him, rather he chose to come out of the altar to give his blessing to all of us who are not even thinking of him, they are not his devotee, they are not chanting his name. When he is doing so much for us to give us his shelter, his protection, his mercy, do you think we should also take one step towards him? What do you think? Yes, of course. Good, thank you. Nice answer. So for that, what we have to do? Very simple. Krishna doesn't demand so much actually. Krishna is a very, very sweet person. Like you see, he is here in the altar. There is a rule. This time Mangalarti, this time breakfast, this time Rajbhog, this time dinner, then Sayan. He'll go to take rest. But he comes to your house, he doesn't demand. Same person. He's all right. You are a grahastha, I know, your time is a little different. Okay, I will accommodate your time. Here 12 o'clock, sir, 12 o'clock means, he said, okay, where is my lunch? He's asking Pujari. Pujari knows, he will demand. By 12 o'clock means lunch. And in your house, okay, one day maybe 1 o'clock, another day 1:30, another day 12:30. He said, okay, no, I don't mind. You can give me, no problem. Why? Because he has agreed to come to your house to bless you. Whole world is in ignorance. They do not know who Krishna is, how kind he is. Just like today we are praying for the departed soul. Who can give protection? Let us understand. We have our family, we have our children, we have our near and dear one, right? We have good house, good car, good facility, everything, bank balance. The day somebody falls sick, then we are running to the hospital, right? I cannot give him protection. And even in a hospital, then taking shelter of not only doctor, where is the medicine? Get medicine. And sometimes he is gone. So who is protecting? Oh, by giving treatment, doctor is giving some medicine, he is now saved. What is this medicine? Medicine is actually one of his power. That is his potency. He is working through medicine to protect the soul. I mean to say, his hand is there in every aspect of our life. He is taking care of us. We are using all his energies to maintain our life. And we don't agree to recognize his supremacy. What do? Chant his name. Offer him bhoga every day. Honor Mahaprasadam. Read his instruction in Bhagavad Gita. Read his pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam. That is how your life becomes so glorious, protected. If you go to Vrindavan today, you see how is the life of Brajavasis and many devotees who are connected with Krishna. Hundreds and thousands of people are rushing to different temples in Vrindavan. You will not get opportunity to take a ride on a rickshaw. There is no space. So much crowd. Because you see, they are so connected. Even though we are living in this part of the world, we can live in consciousness with Krishna. That you invite Krishna to your house, you serve him every day by chanting his name, honoring him bhoga, and doing some service to him. In that way, your life will be successful. So you are here for this Sunday. I just encouraged you, I just made you understand that Krishna is a person, Supreme Lord is a person, and he loves to have sweet exchanges with his devotees, and you can also establish your connection with him. So in this connection, you have any question or comment, maybe one or two questions or comment we can take? Yes? No, you cannot manufacture your way. You can also bathe him every day at your home. Why you want to bathe him here? He is not restricting you to bathe him every day at your home. Why don't you take Krishna to your house and bathe him every day? He is not restricting that. But you don't want. Why don't you take him to your house? Bathe him every day. He is doing. Many devotees are doing that. Yes, you can do that. Here we are giving this as an appetite. That see, you can also do this. So take him. So this is why these festivals are held in the temple, to teach the common people that look, you can also have your connection with him. You can do that. Every day you can do. He's very happy. He will be very happy with you also. Provided you agree. He is agreeing, but whether you agree or not. Yes, any other question? Any comment? Huh? Yes? Yeah. Yeah. Uh, he has a bigger plan. He has a bigger plan that, he is kind not only to these people, because he has to paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya chaduskam. That is his mission. That he has to ensure that these unwanted entities who are creating disturbance to the sadhus, where religion is not protected, he has to establish religious principles. He wanted to install Yudhishthira Maharaj, the king, under whose direction and guidance the whole world will be protected. That's a bigger mission he has to accomplish. Sometimes it is necessary. Krishna, not only he, gave his soldier to fight, but before that he went as a peacemaker, peace messenger. You know this, right? He went. But other party, they didn't agree. So what to do? Okay, you don't want to agree? Okay, let's fight and we'll see who is going to win the battle. Yeah, of course, he has to give. He has to give that. They came for help. He even went before to give them help, but Duryodhana didn't listen to him. What can he do? Okay, you want this? Let's go. And go. You see, he gave the choice. He said, okay, you decide. Duryodhana would not, because Duryodhana is not a devotee. Try to understand this. In this world, there are people who don't agree with Krishna's plan. What can Krishna do? Those who are ready to, he said, Je bhajanti tumam bhaktya. You tell me, in this statement, he said, Ye, anyone who worships me, I am very dear, I am very easily available to them. Did he make any particular distinction here? Hey, you can worship me, you cannot worship me. He can worship me, she cannot worship me. Did he say? No. He said, Je bhajanti tumam bhaktya. He's giving, free. His association, his love, his mercy. But we choose not to come close to him. We are the culprit and put blame on others. Right? That's a human nature actually. Krishna is very kind, very sweet. He is a very sweet person. And you will know when you start serving him, how he reciprocates. Goloka evaniva satya khilatma bhuta means taddure tadyantike. Upanishad says, he is very far, he is also at the same time very near to us. Same thing Brahma is saying, Goloka evaniva satya khilatma bhuta. He is in Goloka, not very far, but at the same time he is very near you, sitting in your heart. Who is more close to you? Your parents? Your friends, your relatives? Krishna is the closest person. He is the nearest person. Just imagine, you are sitting there, somebody who is sitting next to you, he is ready to support you, help you. But you don't turn your face to him to take his support. What he is going to do? He is there. He is ready to help. But we don't want. That is a misfortune, because we have, chosen not to go to him. That's why, if today we decide, okay, Krishna, I am yours. Ramchandra says, anyone who just says once by raising his arms, he said, my dear Lord Ram, from today I am yours. Krishna says, Ramchandra is saying, he says, Abhayam sarvada tasmai dadamyetad bratam mama. To such a person, I always give my protection, abhaya. This is my brata, this is my vow. Can you imagine? How to understand then that how can you say he is not very kind, he is not very compassionate? He is very compassionate, he is very kind, he is ready to give himself to us, whether we want to take him or not. He is very kind, he is a very kind person. You realize when you chant his name. Okay. Thank you very much for your kind attention, and prasadam is waiting for you. You can go and honor prasadam, and those who are inclined, you can stay connected with our temple devotees here and take advantage of Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Gaura Premanande, Hare Hare.